Hey, Shalom, Yashala. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Waha Rakakodash, Barakathum. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akion pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Akwath out there who are listening. What have here on the screen is the Dems, the Democrats, kneel for a length of the time that I believe George Floyd was suffocated, with the knee from the cop from Minneapolis, And they had this video, man, this tacky ass video with that so-called cloth that represents Jake. That BS that they got, man, far as I know, But I'm gonna let the video play. It's a short clip, man. And I'm gonna get some scriptures, man, because now they really just pouring it on thick, man. They really, you know, what's that? Ballots are a couple of months away from voting. You have Biden going against Trump. You have more civil unrest here and there, in different states and small towns, even small towns brothers live in. They're seeing protests, you know. I'm like, damn, ain't nothing even going on in that town. But as you see, and we all know, of course, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Shah, he's controlling everything, for these people to feel like this, whether that be a government provocateur or whether it be a sincere Jake, who's really fed up, which a lot of Jake are starting to get fed up and wake up. And then you got, some Jake who potentially can be paid off. And you just got, and as you can see as well, you got a lot of Edomites who was spotted out with them, with the looting and riots, man. They was doing a lot of that damage, which happened to be what? Government provocateurs, And you had, 2/3 of our people out there just, willy-nilly just doing stuff. And then you had sincere people, man. But this right here, man, this is they're taking it too far, man. And it's beyond tacky, man. We know according, to the spirit, these things must happen, in order for prophecy to keep unfolding, which it is, I'm gonna let this clip play and then I'm gonna get some scriptures.
That tragedy, that horror of history, and then slavery in our own country, and then all of the consequences of that. We are here to observe that pain. We are here to respect the actions of the.
Sorry, man. Bear with me, Akiab and Akwa, Baba Gusha. And just for that, man, you know, for uh for America's for Salakia, for America's near future, man. That kneeling's not going to help you, man. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. The scripture's gonna tell you how it's gonna go down. You dig? This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Okay, and we understand, through the spirit and prophecy, what things, the things that are occurring, man. That was a side note, through the spirit, all these lessons are according, through the spirit. But, I wasn't even expecting to bring that one out until, she said that, what she said, slavery in our own country. Well, as we know from Deuteronomy chapter 28 to verses 15 through 68, hey, the curses, man. And what was one of those curses? To go into captivity, to go into Egypt again, man. Okay, which that word in the Lashawan Kodash, Egypt, is Matazarium, which means double straights, man. Okay, I'm gonna let the rest of this video play. It's real short, but I just want to get that, a side note, man, because these devils and 2/3 of these Negroes think things are gonna be sweet, and hey, we're gonna so-called defund the police departments, man. That's not happening, man. That's not happening. Whether it does or not, y'all still not off the hook what you did to the Most High's chosen.
American people to speak out against that, specifically manifested in police brutality. We are here to honor George Floyd. You see how long it was to have that knee on his neck.
She all out of breath and shit. Pardon my French. Nancy all out of breath, man. That's crazy, man. And that's a real slap in the face, man, with the whole get up, because they know that that will so called or somewhat resonate with Jake, but a lot of Jake see right through that too, and a lot of Jake is taking that as a slap in the face, man. As Jake should, you know. Where did I start? Oh, Salaki, bear with me, Baba Kwasha. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Okay, so it's wickedness continues to show, man. Just like rust continues to grow, it just doesn't come in, one section unless you take care of it at an early stage. But it continues, man. For as like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, man. It's going to continue to show, man. Okay, and it speaks about that in the next verse I get. Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. Okay, and that looking glass is what? A mirror. Okay, I'll continue reading. And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Okay. Okay, he's Esau tries to appear like that, like Elder Yeshua will always say, man, they shave the hair off their back, put on these suits, you know, so-called prestigious, to make themselves something that they're not, which is, nothing more than falsifying and lying. Like, bro, y'all still wicked as hell, bro. Your wickedness has not been wiped away, bro. Okay? Esau is not interested in doing the right thing, even if they wanted to. They, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, they weren't designed to. Okay? I'll reread verse 11 again. Though he humble himself. Hey, you had some of them crackers in their kneeling. You had some, different these different Edomites in different jurisdictions and counties and states and cities, allowing Jake to write Black Lives Matter on the street or on buildings. Okay. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Okay. It has not all been wiped away. Every time I read that scripture, man, I think about a mirror fogging up and wiping, but if the room is still like, hot and foggy, if the room is still hot and foggy and the room just keeps fogging up, well, it's still hot. Well, guess what? His wickedness is still there, man. Cause that rust is a representation of his wickedness, man. Okay, so that rust is still appearing just like a hot room, and that it's like you getting out the shower and wiping that mirror away, and then the temperature is saying that fog keeps coming back. Okay, it ain't going nowhere. Just like Esau's wickedness, man. I don't care how many legislation breaks and different implementation of new laws and so on and so forth, man. He ain't got it. He ain't got it, man, and not gonna get it. And that's according to prophecy. He is who he is, The damn devil, man. This is Job chapter 20, verse 10. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. Talking about defunding the police. Mayor Garcetti, I believe, in Los Angeles, I believe that's the mayor, said he was gonna cut the police budget and invest 150 million into the interest of Jake, like into their neighborhoods potentially. Something involving Jake. If he cutting their budget by 150 million, that means that money's going to be invested into Jake, and that's what they're doing. They're pleasing that they shall seek to please the poor. Who's the poor? Yashala is, man. You know those. Those 12, the lost 12 tribes, man. You so-called Negroes, you so-called Jamaicans, you so-called Haitians, you so-called Puerto Ricans, you so-called Mexicans, you so-called Native Americans, and so forth, man. You Jake over there in South America, man. And Jake over there in West Africa, and predominantly Jake in the States, man. We're scattered all abroad, but it's just just to get more of a, clear, clear view of what I'm saying. Verse 11, his bones are full of sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. And when I read this scripture, I think about that movie of that portrayal of Nat Turner that my man Nate Parker did, Birth of a Nation, a couple of years ago. If you think about it, his family, I believe Nat Turner was friends with that Edomite, and I believe his father was over Nat Turner's and them father and that family, which basically a slave owner, Salaki, a slave owner. So when Nat Turner got older and that little boy got older, they became men. But that Edomite man, what became the damn, not become, but he was a little devil as well, man. Regardless of if he played with Nat Turner or not, man, he still ended up being a damn devil, you know. And that scripture, holds a lot of weight, man, because everybody always like to say, well, this is taught, this and that, which things can be taught, but if it's in you, it's in you, man. Point blank, period, man. If it's in you, it's in you. And it just so happens if you're an Edomite, you're the damn devil, man. I don't care if you march with Jake or not, or writing Black Lives Matter, or got a little black screen on your social media platform, and this must stop, equality first. Don't know. Hey, that's done with, man. That is done with. Okay. Verse 11 again, Salakia. His bones are full of sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue. Those with that, with that speech, man, with that, with that charm, man. You know, cause Esau has a way of, making you believe and being part of the team. You hear the inspirational speeches, man. The BS that Esau sells, man, especially during presidential runs. You see what these politicians are up to, especially Esau. Verse 13, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. Okay, so it's nothing but wickedness, man. This man is full of sin, regardless if he goes into these Jake neighborhoods to restore. Regardless of I believe what's his name, Mayor De Blasio. I believe he's cutting back on funding for the police. Okay, into I believe that some of that money is going to go into social programs and stuff, for younger Jake, at risk youth. Man, stop, man. Y'all set things up in a particular way so this system can be ran how y'all need it to run. All these damn jails are not built for a reason. All these schools are not built for a reason, man. Everything that's here in America was was implemented due to how y'all wanted to run the society, man. It's nothing new, including your law enforcement. Okay, those the everybody knows that the police force started off with as slave catchers, man. Slaves who runaway slaves, man. Okay, and that's how they beat Jake in the street. You know, used to lynch him. Now they just lynch you pretty much on social media for the world to see, man. You know, so all that gift giving and sweet words and this and that, man, it's all BS, man. Okay. Let me get Jeremiah 51. So, 5. Oh, 9, verse 9. This is Jeremiah 51 and 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. Okay, it's been met. It's been met and been reported to Yahweh Bashem Yashah, man. We would have healed her. They would have fixed, bro. Babylon would have been fixed, but it did too much to the nation, man. Okay, America is daughter of Babylon, which daughter of Babylon represents who? The Edomites, man. Okay. But America has done too much to the nation, man, to all the tribes, man. So no, the Most High is not going to heal this place because you want to take a knee, even though, more than likely, hell, that actually came from a ex-military vet, man, a military vet. Gave Colin Kaepernick the idea to kneel as a sign of respect and a peaceful protest. And Esau, with his witchcraft, finds a way to turn it around and labels Jake being disrespectful and not appreciative, which is totally opposite. Hell, y'all put hell on Jake, man, because we, through the spirit, we understand we still in captivity, but y'all not appreciative, man. Jake made this country great, man. I don't give a damn how many Edomites y'all done crammed in a courthouse or a secret hiding place, man. Jake made this place great and still does, man. Everybody, shits on Jake, whether it's the black man, the so-called black woman, the so-called Mexican, the so-called Native American. Take us out the equation. This shit terrible, man. And it's terrible with us here because we're at the bottom. We don't have our big brother here ruling in righteousness. Once he returns and the government body's set up, then, but, everything's going to take its course, man. I hope this was edifying for the Akyam and Akwath out there. Once again, call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Waha Rakah Kodash Barakathum. Once again, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well. And salutations to the select number of Akyam, who's pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Akwat out there listening. Shalom.